Luka Doncic, JJ Redick, Chris Middleton, Tim Duncan, Chris Bosh.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead.
What the hell? I had never seen that before.
New York City making its way back and forth between Manhattan and the borough of Brooklyn. Our setting tonight. Welcome everybody to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. With us tonight, 1990 NBA Dunk Contest finalist, Kenny the Jet Smith. I remember that 90 event. You were terrific. You were skying all over the place.
Man, thanks for having me. But how did they give Dominique that? He did the same dunk 3 times. If you do the same dunk, you're going to get the same score. That doesn't make sense to me. But hey, man, happy to be here.
And how about we check the numbers for Jason Tatum?
And suddenly his feel for the three-point shot has left him. It's been a tough go the past 5 games. The percentage from long range not close to what it was earlier, but he's not going to give up on it, and he'll try to get it going here tonight.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Nowitzki is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Hardaway. Then there's Jason Tatum. And it's Jones in at the 2 guard. And looking at the Nets, JJ Redick is out there with Doncic. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then there's Duncan. And it's Bosh in at the 5, roaming the paint. Looking at the top 5 picks in the 2018 draft, Kenny, all of them have shown good play, tremendous promise. But
Chris Bosh playing center? I gotta change my.
Which one would it be? I mean, the Doncic and Young and Jackson and Ayton and
if I had to go over and pick it now,
I mean, there's so many of them.
Man, I'm going straight with Doncic.
I mean, there could be only one. It's not even close.
Yeah,
Doncic is the only guy on that list that, when it's all said and done, he's got a chance to be a top 10 all-time player.
Yeah, you know what he reminds me of? A more aggressive deadlift shrink.
Ooh, I think even more than that. To me, he's a combination. I heard Larry and Magic. He's a combination of Larry and LeBron. Because
I can see that.
Magic wasn't like the scorer that those two are. Like, those guys are scorers.
Yeah, I get it.
And then great passing ability. And the other thing about him, he's a better athlete.
Damn.
And he's a tremendous rebounder. I mean, that guy is special.
Well, the exceptional handle. Doncic has every move, can go in any direction. Look out, folks.
Kenny, with all the switching now defensively, it's so valuable to have a big man who can pass out of those double teams.
Oh, and a foul. Let's go, baby.
Giannis,
And one.
Number 1, Jokic number 2. LeBron is obviously number 1A. Big guy who could pass, because, you know, we forget that he's 6'9", 6'10".
And don't forget about Embiid as a true center.
He has gotten better.
He's a good enough passer. Their problem is they just don't space the floor as well as they need to.
Hardaway no good on the free throw line.
And Hardaway's nickname came from his grandmother, and she was calling him pretty, but with that southern
Luka's
drawl,
good.
it sounded like Kenny. And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Porzingis. 26 points for him last game against Indiana.
Yeah, but I thought the shot blocking was the real story. I mean, he was just everywhere. It got hard to keep track of all his rejections.
With the growth of the G League, guys, some have predicted the NBA will eventually expand the draft to more than 2 rounds or more players NBA ready. Good or bad, Kenny?
Well, it's funny because the Players Association would say they don't want it to expand.
Exactly.
They want it to be because they want guys to have the choice to choose where they want to go. Right. I think 3 rounds is necessary now. There's too many basketball
Do you
players
really?
overseas now that are infiltrated into the system.
Woo, here we
to
go.
Give an opportunity. I think 3 rounds is necessary.
And the other reason why I think I agree is because back in the day, the second round wasn't guaranteed.
Yeah.
Now, basically, you all get guaranteed contracts in the second round. And so I think now you push that to the third round,
Right.
and you make that the make good round. And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Hardaway passes to Porzingis. That evens
Nice
the
pass,
score.
baby. Nice pass.
Well, that's a good, strong finish. Porzingis not shying away from getting after it.
And we heard about market size mattering less to players these days, guys. But have we seen summers where all the big free agents go to Los Angeles? or
Oh,
New York?
where's my defense right now?
Which is it?
Defense is struggling.
There's 2 aspects of it. There's endorsements and then there's quality of life. In the small markets, catching fire on the marketing front is sometimes much more difficult, but there can be
I
a
missed
better
that
quality of life. In a big city, you can be marketed, and then all of a sudden you start losing, and then the quality of life goes down.
Yeah, and the reality is the fact that when we played, there was only a couple games a week on national television. Now, every game that every NBA team plays is on national television. The impact of social media, they're just, you can be a superstar in a small market today. Doesn't matter. Look at Giannis.
Damn,
You look
Luka.
at Durant in OKC, Westbrook. You can be as big a star in any market in today's game. A phenomenal score from these mid-range spots. Redick superb at finding.
Oh, that was JJ Redick.
Get
That's
that one
that
off.
sgot that. Oh,
So
I thought that
the
was
Celtics
Luka.
called timeout.
I thought that was Luka.
Getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
And going back to last year, this series was an even split.
So Boston ends up going with a new group. Kenny, you've been an NBA analyst for over 2 decades, which is hard for me to believe. You look so young, like you go out there and play right now, but I'm sure this job has changed for you in that time, right?
I think the job has not changed, actually, because when I first got here, I used to watch
Those
film
pull-up jumpers
every
got to
day.
go down. That's so
And
easy to
when you
get.
first started as an analyst,
Every day for 1 year.
did you?
Every day.
And then you found out that what?
I found out, I sat with the executive producer and I figured out what I needed to say, doing why, when, and what. Then I just use that now. I just go back to those meetings then. There's nothing changed for me from that first year, which I knew nothing, to now, after I knew something.
Being the award-winning broadcaster
It's
you
the
are
same.
now.
It's that first year.
Yeah, I would concur with His Majesty. The Jet.
Thank you. Thank you. I've never been called to Majesty.
I know.
And we know that when Dennis Smith Jr. is playing to his strengths, this guy is an effective player. The key for him moving forward is he's got to find a way to be consistent.
Now, here is Ainge, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Pass to Van Horn. Takes a 3. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
This is as good as it gets for a first
Damn.
quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
This is the defense.
And here's Smith. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Here's Serbiak. From outside, off the mark. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Doncic passes to Van Horn. And that one drops. Van Horn's got 5 points so far.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Celtics trail by 8. There's 18 seconds left in the first. Ainge against Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Oh, come on, man.
It's questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense. You have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
From deep. And he got that one up in
Ah,
time.
I gave up
but
19
doesn't go
points?
in.
Holy shit.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. And we'll be back with you shortly. For for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They're off to battle the Clippers after this game as they'll be playing at the Staples Center. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. They've got Ainge. He's out there with Anderson. Howard
Damn, man.
Doncic. And it's Van Horn in at the 4 slot. So that's the Nets 5.
Boy, Luka Doncic excels in the two-man game. You handle the rock with perfection. Nicely done, young sir.
And Smith punches it from deep. Rebound, Brooklyn.
And for him to shoot from that distance is a bit of a head-scratcher.
I think as a player, you have to know your strengths and play to them, and that is not within his range.
Kenny, so much can happen on draft night. What was it like for you the night you were selected out of North Carolina, number 6?
Got to run the floor. Got to keep running the floor.
Because I wasn't sure if I was going to Sacramento.
Really?
Because I interviewed for everyone else in the top 10 basically except for them. And they took me without an interview. And,
Ooh, nice.
And that surprised me. Not very often, Greg, in life you get a job without an interview.
Yeah.
Well, I got that one.
A high-paying job.
A high-paying one at that.
No less.
Nets leading by 6. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
And for a look at how the competition
Ooh,
stacks up
4th
right
place,
now.
baby. Ooh, that's power
Here's the
rankings.
new power rankings. They tell a great story. You take a look at Los Angeles. They've climbed all the way up to the 2nd spot.
And you know, for Boston, they're one of those teams that people seem to underestimate. Not expecting to be this high on the list at this point in the year.
And
Oh, come on, Penny. You don't let Danny Ainge take you to the hole like that.
Of the night.
And the three-pointer, something that's exploded in importance the last half-decade. Kenny, do you feel you would have played differently if you came into the league today?
Without question. Because, Greg, I was probably, if you told me I could get 30 points or 20 assists, I would have said 30 points. I was that type of mentality. I liked scoring because scoring came easier to me. Finding people didn't come as easy. So I would have loved to play in this era where I don't have to think about getting you the ball as much. I would have loved that.
And honestly, the passing lanes are bigger because the court is more space.
Yes,
Like, so
spaced
you if you shoot it, like we talk about, your ability to shoot it
Ooh.
makes the game
There you go,
easier.
Tatum.
Because now guys, the pump, you lift your head, they're jumping out of position. You know, they're guarding the three-point line tighter, so you have more room to operate.
Ainge against Hardaway. Middleton outside. A 3-ball. Not going to go that time. Now Boston takes it the other way. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of
Ah.
swagger, and we really saw it play out.
Pass that ball a little too late.
And what surprised me was how easy they made it look. It seemed like they got something out of every possession.
Now Ainge. Following the Porzingis miss from deep. And he gets it to go.
Proving he's more than just an outside shooter. Redick also has a sweet touch from that area.
Now here's Hardaway.
Set up a play.
A 32-point game for him in the win against Indiana. It's Nowitzki, top of the key. 6 to shoot. Out to Hardaway. 3-pointer. The rebound by Middleton. Nets leading by 6.
Defense Nets did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
And we want to thank the Jet for giving us his thoughts. Kenny, you can stop by here anytime. That door is always open for you.
Well, the door's open, but I'm going to steal a key just in case you don't invite me back. I'm taking it right
Well,
now.
he'll have the key.
That's a big three from Tatum. Big three.
Follow PG.
He's been struggling a lot lately.
You guards always stay together. What a pleasure it was to have Kenny joining us, huh, Doris? He's been in the business for a long time.
That a three? Oh, they got the three right back.
Smith was on the basketball court. He was a tremendous guard, a championship guard. He's been equally impressive off of it. This guy's a mainstay in the studio, Emmy Award winner, truly a special treat.
Now a timeout called by Boston. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Jason Tatum.
And his scoring numbers have been going in the right direction these past few years. He's gotten better and better at handling what those opposing defenses are throwing his way and finding ways to get his points all over the floor.
Now here's Camby. Nice ball movement by Boston. Stolen by Hughes against Doncic. The putback, rebound Camby. Celtics trail by 6. And block.
Damn, nice block.
Off the glass. The shot and game clock separated by 4.
Man, what the hell? I got like stuck in mud all of a sudden.
Doncic has got 12 in the game.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
We gotta get a score here. Let's get a score here. End the half on a good note.
Against Hughes. Passes it to Cassell. That one goes in, and so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a 6-point
There you go, Cassell. There you go, Cassell.
So well in this one, a great performance from the field. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Middleton. Chris, a big effort from you guys in the first half. How do you keep that momentum going?
Come out with energy, just try to keep pushing the ball and get stops.
We know that's coach's emphasis, Chris. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It is bedlam here. The hometown crowd loving that first half. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And returning from his sojourn, doing some in-game analysis, we laughed, we cried, turned down the volume. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Smith.
Yay! Welcome back, buddy! Kenny, man, we missed you. Yeah, I know. You guys missed me. Like how much? Seriously. Put it in the work.
Minimal.
That's not a lot.
No.
They treated me so well down there.
What's less than minimal? 3 minimal. How about 0?
I'm so hurt.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Kevin Harlan for the call. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, bow, bow.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
It's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, what he did was sustain it throughout the first half. He ran the offense to absolute perfection.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. They've got Porzingis. Hardaway is out there with Jones. Then there's Nowitzki. And it's Tatum in at the small
Jesus.
forward. And that one's good. Doncic. Very good. Think of you in a New York Knicks uniform. Legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Here's Doncic. Rebounded by Hardaway.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got.
Woo-wee, let's go, Tatum, running the floor.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Here's Doncic following the bucket by the Celtics. And stolen by Nowitzki. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Porzingis to 2.
Slightly late.
Doncic right side. Bosch passes to Doncic. Bosch kicks to Duncan. Middleton outside. That's good.
I gave him too much space. Gave him way too much space.
And this is what Middleton does. Hit trades. He's one of the best in the league at helping his team space the floor.
Outside, Porzingis launches a 3. Boston getting another chance here. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Shot clock at 6. Dishes it to Nowitzki. That one goes. Count it.
Boy, you just have to love the heart of Nowitzki, hitting the glass hard, snagging those second chance buckets.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
T-shirt time.
Check out the seating out east. 4 games left on the schedule here. Taking a look at Boston, they've had a great season and will look to extend that into the playoffs. And of course, there's the Nets. They're 5 spots away.
And you know, for Boston, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as the season winds down.
Hello?
That's the 3 fly. The shot.
Thank God.
Now here's Nowitzki. He'll bring it up for Boston. Trailing by 5. After this one, they're off to 7.
Come on. You got to hit those.
And that game will be game 3 of 5 away from home. Rejected by Nowitzki.
Just great anticipation from Dirk, playing his cards right on the defensive end, comes through with the rejection.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Now Jones, after Chris Middleton missed from long range.
Nice.
And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intention?
And Brooklyn has possession after the basket by Boston. Van Horn, the pass to Doncic.
Damn it.
Floater.
Get that foul. Get that foul. Yeah, put him to the line.
Free throws coming up.
Put him to the line.
Call with the foul. It's going to go on Penny Hardaway.
Well, Dwight Howard's massive frame makes him a problem on the interior. Good job drawing contact.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
You can practice all you want. I ain't going in.
That one is off.
Listen,
It ain't going in.
Dwight Howard is on the back 9 of his career, but he can still be valuable. This guy is capable of a double-double every night.
Anderson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And a new group in for the Celtics. Marcus Camby, he's checked in for Nowitzki. Willis comes in for Porzingis. Larry Hughes is checked in for Jones. And Smith subbed in for Hardaway. Now, here is Smith. 5 points in the game. Willis, the pass to Smith. To the inside.
Oh, come on, Willis. You talking about Willis?
Shot steal by Middleton. Middleton's got 10.
And good to see the hustle from Middleton here. He's a good partner to have on the break, and he's quick to get up the court.
Here's Smith. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. In transition, here come the Nets. Ainge dishes to Howard. Ainge against Camby. Here's Van Horn. Anderson trying to free himself up. No good on the three.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Well, you know that Jason Tatum can score from any area on the floor. It's got to be a scary sight when this guy starts to get rolling.
Now, here is Ainge. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Rejected by Camby. They recover it. The shot by Ainge, no good.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Yeah, what a great decision by Jason Tatum. That
37-38. Nice little run we just put through. I mean, what? This little run we went on? English is hard.
Guarded by Tatum.
Excuse me. Big burps.
Tatum against Middleton.
Come on, Tatum.
To guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Here's Smith, and the quarter
Holy block!
some stifling defense right there.
Holy
it's still
shit!
Everybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Nets lead by 3. Live from Brooklyn, New York. You're watching 2K Sports.
Now laugh it up. Laugh it up.
Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about.
We gotta beat this team. This team is not good.
That's
At least not based on their record. So we gotta get this win. Can't be losing to these teams. But I'm my 3.
Very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. We've got Chris Bosh. Anderson is out there with Howard. And it's Duncan. And it's Van Horn in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Now here's Nowitzki. Tatum finds Porzingis. A shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
How about the shot mechanics of your 7-footer? Kristaps Porzingis is efficient in catch and shoot.
All tied up, baby. All tied up.
Howard against Smith. Pass to Van Horn for 3. The shot, no good. And the Celtics going the other way now. The drive by Smith.
Oh my God.
Back by Howard.
There's a reason Dwight Howard has so many all-defensive teams to his credit. Good night with the block.
Come on, steal that ball. Dwight Howard's dribbling the ball. Steal it.
Inside, Bosh. Porzingis with the block. And he recovers it. Here's Bosh.
Ow!
Out to the wing. Takes the 3. Van Horn, no good. Celtics shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Smith, the pass to Nowitzki to take the lead.
Come on, Novitz. Come on, Novitz.
Bosh has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Van Horn, covered by Smith. Van Horn, the pass to Anderson. He feeds it to Bosh. Nice D from Nowitzki. The Celtics have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. And the dunk by Porzingis.
How about the height and the length and the athleticism of Kristaps Porzingis? Barely has to
Go, baby.
jump to
Timeout.
the line.
Timeout. Timeout.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor, and these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. J.J. Redick's checked in for the Nets. Luka Doncic comes in for Dwight Howard. And then for Boston, Jones comes in for Larry Hughes. Hardaway is subbed in for Smith. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He told them, don't look at the scoreboard. It's 0-0. One play at a
Ah.
time. Execute the game plan. That's how we're going to win this game. Kevin is trying to keep him focused.
All right, thank you, David. Here's Hardaway after J.J. Redick's bucket. Outside Tatum.
I should have pulled up.
2.5 minutes gone. Can't cash in from close range.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Hardaway passes to Porzingis. Tatum on the wing. Out to Porzingis. Plenty of space. And again, it's Boston converting.
Embrace the spotlight, KP. Delivery in a big moment for Porzingis.
Here's Doncic.
Jesus Christ.
8 for 11 with that shot.
Luka Doncic loves the big moment, and he delivers.
For Boston, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Doncic against Hardaway. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
My question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Timeout call, the Nets.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
The Nets making a switch here. Middleton's checked in.
Big game from Tatum. Big game.
The pass to Doncic.
Come on,
And he gets
who's
the
got
bucket.
We know
Doncic?
this. Doncic is an
Jesus.
aggressive, thirsty scorer. If you allow airspace, even in the mid-range, he's going to
Come on,
make you
defense.
pay.
Now here's Hardaway. Right side Tatum.
Oh,
Doncic with the
don't throw it in the corner.
Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Doncic leading the charge. And the wide open shot from Redick. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
I want to throw it in the corner. Yo, what up,
Doncic
Six
has
Skills?
got his 4th assist with that
What's
last one
happening?
here tonight. Celtics trail by 4.
Hey, baby girl, what the hell?
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Porzingis finds Hardaway.
Here we go.
Hardaway.
What's happening? What's
Well,
happening?
this speaks to the feel that Kristaps Porzingis has for the game of basketball. If you're open, he'll find you.
1:16 left to play in
All right,
the
down by
final
2, minute 15. Let's go.
quarter. Doncic feeling it out. And it's Bosh in the corner. On the wing. No good off the back of the rim.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Now here's Jones. Back to Hardaway.
Woohoo, and one, baby, and one. What you playing on? PC or Xbox? Playing on PC right now, baby. PC.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Big free throw right here. Big free throw. Ooh, slightly late, but we still hit it.
And he's got
Still hit it.
a smooth
I get them
stroke.
greens,
It
baby.
never
Gotta get them
changes,
greens.
Even in this kind of a high.
Bro, me and one, bro, send me 1K and I'll stop playing with you. I got 400 saved up. I need $1 or so for my new PC. What? Other one is. Well, you want me to send you $1,000?
pressure situation.
Yeah. Give me your account number. We'll send right over. Little Venmo.
34 seconds left in the fourth
Ah.
quarter. 2 points. That one goes.
Fucking Luka.
Doncic relishes the opportunity to deliver in big moments, and my goodness, embrace the spotlight, young man.
Here is Hardaway. Out to the right wing. Porzingis against Bosch. Lock at 6. Jones, the pass to Nowitzki.
Unreal poise from the.
Gotta play some defense now.
Cool in a pressure-filled moment for his team. Beautiful.
Timeout called, the Nets. They're behind by 1. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What do you think?
What's wrong with your other PC?
This is where great coaching can
How'd it
pay
get trashed?
Well, this is a chance to take the lead, so you've got to draw up a play to make it happen.
Come on, defense. Come on, defense. Big stop. Ooh!
Porzingis with the steal. And so they choose to
Porzingis tipped it
Yeah, you
on the
have to do
inbounds.
that, though. You can't
Nice.
just let him dribble the game.
Let's go.
Gets the first.
How was that slightly late? That was perfect.
And so he drops them both. It's a
I don't get it.
3-point game.
Well, those are essential free throws to
I
make
don't get
a
it.
3-point lead.
Those
It's
two are
going to
perfect.
take something from long range now to tie this game.
A 3 and nothing but a 3 will do here.
You've got to keep
Big
your
W's, baby,
composure
big
and
W's.
execute to get a quality look from 3.
And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. They break the hard.
Not really charged, but it messed up with RAM. I'd rather get a better one than switch parts.
This is the
Gotcha,
kind of
gotcha.
win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific
Got it.
crew,
What you got to
this
do?
is Kevin Harlan
6
saying
skills. You
thanks
try to
for
go.
watching.
Try to apply for a
So
Best
long
Buy
and good night,
card.
everyone.
Because Best Buy offers like 6, 12, and 18-month financing plans. So if you pay, you can pay. So if you pay off, if you buy something for like $1,000, you get like 18 months. And if you pay it off in 18 months, you pay 0 interest.